about it.
This little wind.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Okay, so you stay over there, I'll go over here. So basically, taking just the stuff out with the foot is forward, put some weight on it, and then turn it to the side, and then bring the next foot forward, do the same thing. And trying to keep that line of gravity straight through your body. So instead of leaning like this, just trying to keep this nice and straight. And trying to plant your feet before you shift your body weight. So like this. You plant your foot, that's planted, and then you shift your body weight. Bring it up, foot down first, shift the body weight. And if you can, just keep the knees bent, just put some weight down on the supporting leg for the whole time.
Okay.
But trying to keep the body at the same level, the same height. Now, all this wind is the key to
Yeah.
doing it. I experienced that the other day. Like the wind was blowing. Thought that was a safe haven. But they were landing.
Yeah.
Gotcha, huh?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the same thing happened to me on my arm.
Hello.
But they didn't like the wind.
like this. I really like this movement, especially when you need to focus on something, and that's why I think I was focusing on the floor.
Yeah.
When you got in that movement, it's like everything around you just
Yeah.
dissolve. You know, I really like it.
Yeah, good focus and then just trying to switch up.
Yeah.
So you can keep this in the line of gravity instead of this. Even if you're not staring at your feet, like plenty of times I'm looking down like this as if I'm walking some beam or something. Looking over here, but stretching things up. So we'll get some of this jump rope in there too.
Yeah.
Jump rope and then cycle through like doing a leg lift. So yeah, which one you want to start doing? Okay, so it'll be straight leg first.
Straight legs.
Yeah.
And 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, hold on a second. So you don't go too fast. And the answer is yes, while the other person is jumping rope. Oh, shift this over so you can see what we're doing. And I'm making it 2 just because I want to try to get through these different exercises rather than like, making it too difficult to get through. All right. It's all yours. Watch out for that. That's why I was over here.
The wire. Okay.
Go over here, safe.
So straight leg?
No, this time knees all the way up. Okay. It's like you're going through all the way through the hand. Yeah. Then
side?
now it's like knees just up like this. Just
Okay,
up like
all right.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think you worked right. But anyway, that's good. That's good. This side's coming next. Yeah, it'll be the one where the legs are like this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like that.
Yeah. And do not just one to one side, then to the other side. Okay.
Nice.
That wasn't quite it, but we'll do that. That's a nice variation. This time, body going up and all the way to the side. Just two. Instead of going through the arms, you go to the side. Yeah. That's just two.
Two, okay.
last one for you. I think that was it.
Nice.
So for this one, like instead of this deal,
Yeah.
try to use the breast more. So it's instead of this,
Yeah.
this.
I know.
And try to stay in camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead of this. Use your wrist more. Almost as if you're another part of your body is hardly moving. Okay, that's good. You'll be able to see the difference. You guys scoot over? You'll be able to see the difference between how you're doing it and how I'm doing it. As opposed to this. Like all this is unnecessary.
Yeah, I know, but I cannot.
So, well, I guess that's going to take time. See, instead of doing this, which I'm not sure you were doing, but instead of having the hands closed, I'm doing like this, so that I can move the deal around more supple, being more supple. So like same thing with the stick stuff. Instead of like this for everything, like that. Yeah, look at my hand.
And what about your?
Hardly moving anything here.
Okay, so it's just like that.
Put it right there. Definitely better than all the stuff before.
Yeah, but still, I can
But a
feel
lot
the
better. Tension
strain, yeah, the tension.
and repetition, and well, you're focusing too much, trying to make yourself jump higher to clear it, but instead you should be able to jump the same. You know what I mean? Okay, that's tons better.
Yeah.
Another thing, instead of this. Let me see again where I'm at, because I feel like I'm more out here than out here. Yeah, I'm definitely, instead of this, which is causing strain, this, which is much more easy. It's just easier, less strain.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still definitely, well, that's still better. Okay, okay. There's something about, it still seems like you're kind of tighter in here, like more gripping like this instead of loose. Tons better.
Okay. But I can feel it.
Huh?
I can
You
feel
can feel it?
It's better.
Yeah. It's much more efficient, that's for sure.
And I'm less tired.
Right. You look less tired too.
Yeah.
Before it was like you're making it happen,
Yeah.
and that time at least you're going through it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good. All right. So let's see. How about just to break things up? We'll do like a little crawl session to crawl around the post. Scoot this over a little bit. And we can come on the backside too. So basically it'll be a few rounds, let's just say 3 rounds of crawling, going through the different parts here. And we'll go at the same time and start on different ends, and we'll see how it turns out. So the idea is make it 3 loops.
So one.
Well, it's going to be going all through stuff, and like for instance, one time you might go through here, crawl around here, go all the way up here, all the way over here. Another time, might go through here, around here, around there, come back, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So just kind of making your way through, not in an emergency or super speed, or just basically trying to get a nice flow,
All right.
tension and relaxation, making it optimal.
Okay.
Not so much like a robot,
All right.
but just at ease.
Yeah. Okay.
And crawling around, making 3 revolutions through the space. Let's do like that.
The scoring kills you.
Yeah.
It's a really hard movement. And at some point, at the beginning you feel relaxed, but at some point all the muscle,
The strain.
yeah, just tense and whew.
Yeah. And I suppose if you did it often enough, you can push out that.
Yeah, I think so.
But also, realistically, you would, if you did too often, run into issues. Hips, wrist, neck strain. So it's like you gotta space it out and do it more often. Yeah, next deal after a little bit of rest will be first we'll do this side, and you get a fly turn like this, and then after doing a few of those, take it to the high bar and doing the release where you come forward and land. Okay. A few more moments of rest.
Have a sip of water.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll see how that feels to my middle.
Okay.
So doing 6 of them. Okay, engage yourself. You can go ahead.
I go?
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay. Same thing. Just one of them. More for that light flickering in the eyeball. I give the platform a shot. That's probably good enough because I'm starting to get tired. Woo! All right. So it'll be case one arm, then the other arm.
All right.
Or throw one arm, hand it over, next person, and then do the other arm afterwards. Whoa!
Wow!
I
It's
retrieve.
you experiment.
Don't forget to aim. And try to catch it with one hand.
Ah! I need a few adjustments. Ah!
It's the
boy,
bouncy
tricky.
ball. It's the odd bouncy ball.
Yes.
I think I did that, yeah. Oh, no.
Ah! Oh! The walk on Vivian's flower.
Yeah, I'm on the stones.
Where did you find that ball again?
Just at some sports store or something.
Okay. Oh,
Oh! Come closer to the this is the that right there, the post.
Whoa.
not supposed to be easy
Nope.
because you're close, so it's crazy.
Okay, I will try again.
You gotta keep switching sides. That's the drill. Okay. You gotta get up to the post. Can't get distance. You gotta be close.
Yeah, I'm too far. Okay. Okay, so
It's difficult. No, that's too close. That's good. Oh! Yeah.
okay.
Oh!
I was trying to target the knot here. This knot.
Yeah.
Not sure I can do this with my left hand. No.
It's like trying to focus the whole way through of throwing and then catching with the one hand. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ah!
Whoa!
Oh.
So there is some bumps here.
Uh-huh.
Whoa!
Ah!
I keep my focus on the point
Uh-huh.
instead of switching to the catching.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Well, it's interesting.
All right. What part of that?
What is in? I think which is in. It's interesting because at some point you look at the place, the spot you're aiming at,
Right.
and then if you don't switch
You release.
fast enough, you can't catch the ball.
Right. You gotta release it. Release that fixation.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry. Oh!
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Ah! Messed up.
Oh no! Almost.
Thought I had it.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Ah. Oh.
Whoa!
Oh.
Okay, this time throw it as hard as you can and try to catch it.
You try or I can?
You try.
Okay.
I'll be back here for a follow up. Whoa!
Where is it?
It's over, Vince.
No. On the way. Accessing the road.
Up to the post. Up to the post. It's not going to be easy. Alright. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Whoa!
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Just try to, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
And then with the other hand.
Not sure I can do this with the other hand.
Try.
Try.
Try to go low if you need to.
Whoa!
Alright, let me put the slow motion stuff on.
It's awkward.
Yeah? And
And I practice it as much as possible. But
yeah,
still.
we've done many repetitions of this throwing.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to make it fast.
Whoa!
It'll lose the ball more than anything else.
Okay.
So.
Oh! Oh, yes.
Nice and hard.
Protect your.
Whoa, nice. We got it.
Okay. Fine, I'll do it.
Nice and hard.
No way! So awkward.
Because you didn't have the follow through.
So clumsy.
You didn't have the follow through. You did like this. Instead of try to cut it too short.
Ah, yeah.
Like, I'm getting ready to catch it.
All right.
Instead of follow through and suffer the consequences.
Oh! I need to try again. No matter.
Right hand.
No, right. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. possible.
That was close. Okay, one more.
Okay.
Last one.
Oh, nice!
All right. Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Yeah, I
one.
haven't tried that. Let's try it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do it like this instead.
What about the handle?
Yes.
No! Nice! Oh.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Left hand, pull. Well, actually, I was just precipitation. It's not good. Oh, you got it.
Oh, hit the handle. Oh, you hit the handle. Left hand.
Ah!
Well, I better watch out. Okay, maybe we should stop this. Because, keep coming close to hitting this thing.
Yeah, it will break it.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright. Okay.
All right.
So, let's try some front kicks on this thing.
All right.
Yeah?
That, but at the same time, I try to pull down. I do this actually.
Uh-huh.
Try, to fall, but
Right.
then stand up and go backwards.
Uh-huh. Good drills. Okay, so yeah, so this one will be we'll do like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
Of just kicking, trying to make a straight leg. So go straight back.
Okay.
Is it? Nice control push kicks. With the front leg. Front leg. So,
The front leg.
Yeah.
Okay. The front leg.
nice control kick. Okay, that's good. Front leg. So it's like this. Front leg's up. Boom. Switch leg. Front leg up.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Up.
Yeah. Not like this. Not like this. But this leg right there. Yep. switching legs on purpose to make you settle on having this stance. Like you kick and immediately change stance, and to make you say, I'm in this stance, I'm doing this kick. Switch, I'm in this stance, I'm doing this kick. Part of the drill is try to mix you up by going immediately switching. So if we were going to simplify it, it would just be to stay in this stance. All the time.
Okay, all right.
But we're doing this to try to mix things up. So that you have to make your brain say, I'm in this stance now. I'm in this stance now.
Okay.
Switch. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. You're trying to be at ease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking that foot back. Ah! You do it like this. You do it like this. Okay. That's all. Part of it, I think, is that when you're kicking, after you do your kick, sometimes you're doing this instead of like doing. So, like I'm kicking, I'm back into the stance, I'm switching. Back into the stance, I'm switching. Instead of doing this.
So back into the stance. Okay, so it means
That's what it is. Check this out.
like that.
Yes. Okay. This is probably what's making you use the rear foot, because you have been going boom, and then in your mind you say, now I got to kick with my left foot.
All right. Okay.
So kick momentarily, change, kick, change, like that.
So okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, of course there's time and all that stuff in there. I got that go good.
okay.
Yeah, so this is more like a Muay Thai push kick, and with the Muay Thai, it's a lot of this stuff, like a lot of
Okay.
like even when they're, I'm getting ready to block a kick, I'm getting ready to push kick you. My front leg is light,
Okay. All right. Okay.
Plus they don't switch up that often, but anyway.
Okay.
So that's that. Now let's do the rear foot. See how that goes. Still trying to get it straight. Four kicks. Trying to stay on that center line. else on there?
So I still have some issues with the sidekick.
Roundhouse?
Yes, this one. Because I think there is some issues with I guess the footwork.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not
That's
that
really
way.
great. That one.
But that one, but this one.
Okay. Not bad. Well, you know, pretty good.
But I feel like my leg is doing this instead of this.
Well, just to be particular, there are a lot of different kicks in there.
Okay.
So, let's say for this one, you want to come more down because that's what you want to do
Uh-huh.
for this practice, this drill, whatever.
Okay.
Well, all of these kicks are all valid. They all just have their place. So, for this one, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
But it's basically taking a step over and think about coming down to chop downward. Now, that's like more of a mental thing
Okay.
because the control or even the need to try to kick like this off of a roundhouse, it's like that need, you know, is very specialized.
Okay, all right.
Like, is the opponent crouching down and for some reason you want to go over the top of them
All right.
and do a roundhouse coming down?
Okay.
You know, it's like, what's the need?
Okay, all right.
More to the side, that makes more sense. But even with these, coming upward makes a ton of sense. Because it's quicker, it can shoot up under guards, cause a lot of damage, a lot of pain. So, you know, just think about the context. It's sort of like working on mobility. Right? I'm doing all these different shapes and forms for mobility, movement. The practicality of them, a lot of the stuff is just to be able to move your body however you want to. So I would take that kick coming downward as the same thing.
All right.
It's just so I can make my body smoothly do this. Not because it's needed for some practical purpose.
Okay.
But give it another shot.
All right. So,
And also,
but you know, I think it's predictable when I'm doing it.
well,
Because
everything has its context though.
yeah.
Like for instance, depending on the context, especially in sport, that person may be in a situation where they're dazed. And now you have the opportunity to do this full thing that you wanted to do as a knockout or something.
Okay. All right.
So everything has its place.
Okay.
Just like, you know, if you're trying to do some movement, like we were talking about last week, this movement with that deal, off of a jab, it's like, that's not the right thing to do off of a jab. You know, a quick jab coming this way, choo, this isn't the move for that.
Okay.
But it could be the move for, oh, you've been tussling, there was a half-hearted punch thrown, you happen to be over here, they're coming at you like this. Well, this might be the perfect move.
Okay.
You know?
Depending on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you practice on all these different things for the opportunity for something to show up.
All right. And the foot placement for this one is so you're here, you step out, and then you kick.
Yeah.
Okay. But are you on the ball of your feet, or
You're
is
not
your
trying to reach up on the ball of your foot. You happen to be on the ball of your foot in order to reduce friction like this.
but you don't
You're not trying to do
put
that.
up your okay,
No.
because you'll lose stability.
And you're putting too much energy down.
Okay. All right.
You're lifting it up to reduce the friction to make the move.
Okay. All right.
Just like on we're walking a balance on the beam, and you want to do,
Okay.
right? You're not trying to do this, you know, as a drill maybe, But practicality, you're just trying to reduce it enough to make the turn
Okay, all right.
optimal.
All right. Okay. And I just have a last question. I was looking at the video. French guy who's doing pin jack, pin shake.
Injects a lot.
Yeah. And his name is Frank Crawford. And they were showing some stabbing technique. Okay. The first thing he says, well, somebody is with a knife. If you can just live and run away.
Yeah.
But they did something with their hands like that,
Yeah.
okay? And the guy just opened his hand and let the knife drop. Is it realistic or is it just some
It's
kind of...
realistic if it works.
Uh-huh.
Again, perfect situation, the thing, whatever. Like the idea is that, like stick your hand up.
Okay.
That's the idea.
That's what it, yeah.
You didn't know I was going to do it that fast.
So I was surprised.
That's the idea.
All right.
But, you know, if the knife is like, if you did like this, and I did like this, like if this was the level that you were at,
Uh-huh.
not here,
Okay.
you were down here, and I went to do this move, you know, there's a possibility I could get mine.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
It's just like, it's another one of those things, it's like you're practicing this stuff, and just like that situation, okay, there's that move, and it's like, hey, and they do this, well, it's out here, and that move
You're
works
going-
better,
yeah.
let's say. Like you're doing this, smack, smack. This move works better, let's say up here,
Okay, if it's like
better
that.
than it's down here.
And if you do like that?
Maybe so.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it would be like here and here.
Okay,
So maybe so.
okay. Because I just want to, because it's really interesting, this thing about being able to react to stabbing, because there is a lot of stabbing now in France
Yeah.
and in Europe.
Yeah, because of less guns can be used.
Yeah, and
Yeah, UK is victorious. In England, it's victorious for using knives because you can't have the guns.
yeah, so that's why I was thinking, because I just want to teach my kids some. First, everything I told them is, if you're in that kind of situation, I'm not a specialist, but just run away. But if you are stuck, so I just want to show them a few movements,
Yeah. So
because I think it's a good way to be aware. So I guess that you need to first think about running away. The second thing, if you can't run away, looking at some object that you can use.
exactly.
But if there is no object, now what can you do? That's what I want to.
Maybe the
show
object is your jacket.
them. Okay. Or your belt.
Yes.
All right.
Something.
Okay.
So those are alternatives, but overall, you got to practice stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You can get lucky, but you really should practice
And how can you practice this when you're alone?
mentally.
Mentally. Okay. So you just.
I'm here. I think about it. Quick draw on my belt, just like a.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Same thing. Hey. You
Okay.
know,
Or
you
take
just
off
have to
your
do it.
jacket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Learn how to take off your jacket smoothly. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, however you need to do it. And with a lot of drills where we're doing this, controlling the hand,
Yeah.
it's like making this work out for you to, I'm gonna put a little pressure, doing this kind of stuff,
Okay.
making it uncomfortable. You know, if someone grabbed your hand and they start doing that, you'd be like, what the,
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
That's out of nowhere.
All right.
Why is somebody trying to, it's one thing to do like this, you know,
Yeah.
it's one, like,
You
go
can
do the
stop,
force, put force. It's one thing to do like this.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
It's like, what the hell? And scrape.
Okay.
Someone's knuckles doing like this with a knife. No, they're probably gonna do this.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Boom.
And all right.
So
mentally by yourself, practice that.
Okay. So the same as this one.
Yeah, you have to practice. Or you're very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Because I love that. I saw that video and it made sense for me because I said, well, right now, knives are everywhere in the street, in France or in Europe.
The
And you
other
need
part-
to think about a way to get yourself safe.
The other part is if the knife goes flying, there's a weapon out there now. So what are you going to do after that weapon is gone?
You
Hold
kick
it
it.
there. Now you're empty hands with a guy, or you. Now, no, the knife flew out.
Okay, and then you run, or the guy is okay. We just wanna. Okay, you don't know what's happening.
So you did this. Now you got to practice this.
Okay.
What's coming next?
All right.
Are you two going to start fighting? Are you going to start wrestling? Is he going to run for the knife? Are you going to run for the knife?
Okay. And the guy was saying that in that case, when the knife flies, you need to aim at some joints.
Yeah.
Because because when the only way to stop somebody, even somebody who is under,
Immobilized.
yeah, you hit the kneecap and
Yeah.
things like that. Okay.
So that's the plan. But you got to do something.
Mm.
Otherwise, you're standing there waiting for the guy to go get his knife.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You know, is that enough for you to run this way now?
Mm.
That you're blocking? Yeah, it might be. So just got to think it through.
Okay.
All right, man.
And he was also thinking about a point. You're talking about a point somewhere.
Yeah,
here.
a lot of that stuff's recoverable. A lot of like better this, better that than right here because
Okay.
you've seen fights where people take a lot of pain
Mhm.
and then just add drugs to it.
Yeah. So they won't fail. Why?
If this pain and drugs versus not able to actually move,
It's the big difference.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, great questions too.